Welcome to Getting Fatzee with Mattzee. Today's episode, I'm going to show you how to keep cool in the summer while still staying Fatzee, with a recipe for ice cream pie and some other tips. Hope you enjoy it. Well, welcome back to my apartment. As you can see, it's pretty hot in here. Just got out of bed and I'm already sweating buckets. I'm going to have to take a cold shower to cool down before I start cooking. Okay, I'm ready to start cooking now. I think the air conditioner is too loud, so I'll have to find some other way to stay cool while cooking. This box fan is nice, but I think it's too big. I'm going to have to find something else. This fan's pretty good, but it'd be nice to have something smaller and more portable. This is the perfect size. It even comes with a spray bottle. Okay, I'm ready to start the pie now. First, I'm going to take 1 cup of pecans, put them in this blender. And to that, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, next I'm going to put that in a bowl. And also add 3/4 cup flour and 2 tablespoons of butter chopped up. And now I'm going to cut them together with this pastry cutter. Okay, I poured the crust ingredients into this pie plate. Now I'm just going to push them down with my fingers to form the crust. It's time for my favorite step. We need to put this crust in the freezer to chill for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been longer than 20 minutes, so I can take the crust out of the freezer now. And let's see what's next. I have to turn on the oven. Crust goes in for 20 to 25 minutes at 375. While that's baking, I'll share with you another recipe that will help keep you cool in the summer. I just learned about this one, and it is fantastic. There's these little trays. And what you can do is you turn on the water and you fill each one of them. And then all you have to do is stick this in the freezer. Come back a couple hours later. I just made some earlier. It's frozen. Now, here's the best part. Take a couple of those, put them in a glass, and then put some water in it. You've got yourself chilled water. I feel so much better already. I've only ever heard about putting water in these little trays, but I imagine you could put almost any liquid in there. I'd like to try some whole milk or maybe whipping cream. Sorry, I had to take my shirt off. It's getting too hot with the oven on. Another good tip is to take these frozen cubes of water and rub them all over your face. Very refreshing. Crust is out of the oven, nicely browned. Finally turn that oven off. Now I just need to let it cool down before I put the ice cream on. So I think I'm going to go swimming in the meantime. Well, it feels so much better after that swim. Now I'm ready to finish the pie. Got the crust that's cooled, and I also have some ice cream that I softened in the fridge for about ½ an hour. Butter pecan. Now I'm just going to put this into the crust, smush it down. Well, that looks good. I also have this hot fudge that I'm going to put on top. Here's a photo montage of how I made it. Now I just need to let it cool in the freezer for a little bit to set up, and then I can eat it. Well, I just took the pie out of the freezer and I cut myself a Fatzee-sized piece. Ready to try it. I'm so cold now. That was the perfect way to cool down and get Fatzee. Delicious. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Getting Fatzee with Mattzee. Until next time, remember to stay Fatzee and cool.